Hey guys, so another spring nail for you today. A little bit vintagey, really cute. I like this one. So starting off with Blossom, which is that lovely soft pink, perfect for spring. And we're just doing a coat of that. And then we're going to come in with our Bluebell and create a complete straight line French. So sort of halfway down that nail we're going to create a bluebell French. So no curve to it, it's a nice straight line. Curing in between each layer is getting cured for 60 seconds, but obviously the video is a little bit speeded up for you. Second coat of bluebell going on, so that we get a nice solid finish. I'm not sure you can see on camera, but bluebell also has a gorgeous little shimmer in her as well, so she's really pretty. Using my Perfect Nail silicone pads for working with. These are great because they just wash nice and easy. You can just wipe off that gel. And I'm using a Barber 2 brush for my detail work. So we're just popping a straight line on, again with bluebell, sort of half a centimetre up from your smile line. Now I'm coming in with, I'm just going to go over that just a bit more so I'll get a bit more solid colour. And then I'm going to come in with Angel, which is Gem's white colour. That's better, that's a nice solid colour. You can just flash cure in between because it's going to go in and out the lamp a few times, so it doesn't need to do a full cure just for that one little bit. You can just flash cure it. So I'm just loading my brush up with Angel, which, like I say, is the white. And we're going to start to just hand paint some flowers, some petals, 5 petaled flowers onto this bluebell area. I love blue and white together as it is. I think it's a really nice, fresh spring look, blue and white together, but we're going to make it look a little bit vintagey. So I'm using my little finger as my balancing aid. So my little finger is resting on my thumb on my other hand, so that I don't press on too hard and I get a nice fine line when I'm working. As always, I'm using my Barber 2, which is one of my favourite brushes. Don't feel like you have to get full flowers on. You can get like halves or quarters. You just sort of fill in the space. Just on the blue area, not overlapping onto Blossom. So I can cure that in the lamp. Now we're going to add a little bit of depth by using Blossom, which is a slight transparent pink, so she's great for sort of shading into the centre of the flowers, so it looks like the flower is slightly darker in the centre than on the outside. So you've got like that pink faded to that white. If you were to do that with a really solid colour, it's a little bit more difficult, but because we're doing it with Blossom, which is a slightly transparent gel, it works really, really well. And then you can go back in with a second layer of white and just blend those two colours together. It's very easy, like I say, because Blossom is slightly transparent. Blending the two colours together is super easy and super fast. So again, just using my Barber 2 brush just to blend those two colours together. And it softens your flower. So if I'm having that beautiful bright white flower, adding that pink in the centre just softens it a little bit. A bit more realistic. Into the lamp to cure. Now I'm coming in with Lily, which is the green, and Daisy, which is the lemony yellow, just to create some leaves coming away from those daisies. So using a bit of both, using a bit of the green and the yellow, so that again we've got a two shaded leaf. It doesn't just have to be one colour. Just where you feel like you've got gaps, nice dainty little leaf, nothing too big. And just blending those two colours together. So I've gone in with my yellow, now I'm coming in with my green and just blending the two colours together, so you've almost got like an ombre leaf. You can pop that into the lamp for a flash cure. So still using my Barber 2 brush, I'm now coming in with just a very small amount of black gel, really fine. If you do too much of this, it's going to sort of cartoonize your flower and make it too bold. We want it to be quite soft. So all I'm doing is just putting some little sort of eyelash lines in the centre of the flower, going out, very fine, nothing too thick. So again, using that little finger, not having too much product on your brush, working at that 90-degree angle so that you don't get too much black coming through. If you do, it will ruin it, so try and keep it as light as possible. Just highlighting the leaves as well, but keep it super thin as you can get it, so that it doesn't overload the pattern. We want it to look vintage, not in your face. That can go curing in the lamp now. So I'm ready for top coating. So I'm using Tina Top, which is our tack-free top gel. During this time, guys, if there's any videos that you would like to see me do, don't hesitate to ask. Keep me busy. I'm coming in with a second layer of my top gel, just so that I know that that nail is nice and super smooth. We've got a really good light line on there. And we're going to finish this nail off just with a little bit more detail, again just to make it look a little bit more vintage. So I want the bottom section of this nail to be matte, so I'm using Martha Matte on the nail. So the rest of the nail is going to be shiny, and then the bottom section of the nail is going to be matte. And that contrast of the shiny against the matte looks really, really nice. It looks different. It's, you know, a bit more unusual, but it's definitely something I enjoy doing, having that contrast. And that immediately, as soon as you turn that bottom layer into a matte finish, it immediately gives it a slightly more vintage look as well. So now, using some white royal gel, I'm just going to add some highlights in. Not loads, you don't have to like do every single part of every single petal. You might just choose to do certain little areas, just to highlight whatever it is that you want to highlight. So if it's the side of the leaf, if it's part of the petal, then do that, but don't go again crazy with the highlighting. Keep it quite subtle, really. So this is Crystal Nails Royal Gel. White is number 6, and it tends to be what I use for my detailing work. It's a nice, highly pigmented gel. It doesn't run when you're working with it. It stays in place. And again, this is, and when it cures shiny. So this is adding another interesting look, where you've got the matte background and the shiny detail on top. Again, it looks nice. It gives it something else to see. So just finishing with my highlighting. Again, using my little finger as my balancing aid so I don't go too thick with my lines. Working at that 90-degree angle and not having too much product on my brush. So if you're wondering why you're getting thick lines, look at those three things. How much product have you got on your brush? Are you using your little finger to balance so that you're not pressing on too hard? And what angle are you working at with your brush? So we're nearly done. We're just going to add some crystals and also some gold. So I'm going to highlight the top of my matted area with gold. This is, again, it's a Crystal Nails Royal Gel R48, and it's a lovely sort of old gold. It's not like a champagne or anything. It's quite an old vintagey gold. Then I'm going to pop some crystals on using the Perfect Nails gem glue gel, sorry. That's just going to secure my crystals. So into the centre of each one of my flowers, and also one on that little blue line as well. And that cures in the lab, so those crystals do not move. Just feel like I'm missing something a little bit on that blue, so I'm going to highlight that with just a thinner line of gold as well. I think that'll just finish it off. Not as thick as the line that we've done underneath, just a nice fine line. That can go into the lamp to cure. Again, that comes out tack free, so when it comes out it's completely finished. And that's that beautiful vintage blue nail done. Hope you've enjoyed that, guys.